Hi guys, this is Kylie from Ginger Key Yoga and Wellness. Sorry about the light, it's not great, but I'm just popping on here to do well, really this is our Alpine Oils gathering for the month of July. And because it's winter, I thought we'd do a winter wellness dash. Hi Carol. So I am a yoga teacher. I'm also a doTERRA wellness advocate, which many of you may know. So I thought tonight I'm going to touch a little bit on oils that I use from a wellness perspective and some yoga techniques as well. So I just want to kind of frame that wellness concept for us. And I think sometimes when winter hits, we automatically think, where as soon as we get sick, that our wellness scene has kind of gone down the toilet, maybe. When the family gets sick, we feel like it's all falling apart, or it can feel like that sometimes. I just want to kind of bring the perspective out on that a little bit. And, can we look at wellness from a more holistic perspective, a bigger picture perspective? And there are lots of things that we can do, even if we do have a cold or we're kind of run down, or, something's going on, we can still support ourselves in that wellness realm or on that journey. So, and certainly to help us get better, but also, if our family are all getting run down, whatever it might be. So, I'm going to start by kind of thinking about the whole picture from mind and from the different layers of us. So body and breath, and certainly mind and intuition from a yogic perspective, and then getting really into that more subtle layers of bliss, soul, what really lights us up. So oils. I'm going to talk about immune system. So we're going to start with the body. And immune system is one that is obviously something we need to support or do our best to support all year round. Obviously in winter it cops a bit of a hiding for some of us. And if you're a parent of little ones, I have two toddlers, a 2.5-year-old and a 1.5-year-old, and they're on the daycare journey, and so they're bringing home all the different bugs and things. So, we journey through that. But one thing I do know since using oils, it's not that we don't ever get sick or that no one ever gets a cold ever again. It's not like that. It's just when we do, hi Joe, when we do, they last a lot less time, and they just don't knock us around anywhere near like they used to. So I've definitely noticed how that's changed. And another thing is that, throughout the process of getting run down, whatever it is that comes over us, we're not turning to other prescription solutions or, over-the-counter solutions where we might have previously. We're using oils to support ourselves through that, and it's been awesome. So they're, of course, 100% natural, and it means we're not putting, nasty things in our system to try and combat something that our body is actually designed to work through naturally. So that when we can put natural things in our body, we can work with nature's, organic blueprint there. Okay, so from the body's perspective, immune system, certainly. So what can we do to support immune system? Now, in doTERRA, a lot of people think that, or think about doTERRA from their oils perspective. Actually, one of their largest selling product is these supplements. And this is the Lifelong Vitality Pack. It's a trio of supplements that are kind of a must-have. So what these contain, doTERRA made up a system that is food nutrient complex. So it's 22 essential vitamins, minerals, omegas, essential fatty acids. It's got the food nutrient complex, call it an omega complex, and a cellular energy complex. And in among all of these vitamins, minerals, nutrients is essential oils as well. So to support you on your daily journey, these are incredible. So these are a take morning and night recommendation from doTERRA. So they've put in a huge amount of research to come up with the perfect kind of recipe. Now, yes, everybody's body is going to be slightly different size and require different amounts of nutrients, etc. But their recommended daily dosage is morning and night, 2 pills of each, or 2 capsules. And they have a money back guarantee on that for 30 days. If you take them for a month and you don't feel anything different, you can send the empty bottles back. So it's pretty amazing. So the Lifelong Vitality helps us get those essential nutrients and all those essential, needs, vitamins, minerals, and on top of that, essential oils that we need and don't always get in our diet. Winter, things aren't as growing as profusely as they do in the other seasons, and not necessarily getting the most out of our food that we possibly can be. So to support that, On Guard, definitely a brilliant one. So the Protective Blend, this is a blend created using oils that support the immune system. So you can be applying this topically on your pulse points. You can diffuse it aromatically to support the atmosphere. So really effective in common spaces, workspaces, etc. in your home. In the On Guard blend, there are also these amazing throat drops. So if you haven't tried these yet, grab these, and these have been absolutely crucial for us this winter, having them in pockets and handbags and cars and things like that. They've been really, really good to have on hand. They are created with the On Guard blend, and they've got On Guard has wild orange, clove, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, and rosemary. So it's a powerhouse blend. Now, On Guard also make this sanitizing hand sanitizer mist, also a brilliant one to be, hi Shan, hi Tam. Also a brilliant one to be carrying around in a school bag, a handbag, especially on those kind of school pickup and drop-off days when the elusive, turbo bugs are going through those areas. On Guard hand sanitizer is brilliant to have on hand everywhere you go in winter or year round, really. Makes it really accessible and easy to have on the go. What else can I tell you about On Guard? There's also beadlets that you can get, these little canister of beadlets, and they're a great one if you're going on any flight or any travel or anything like that. A great one where you're sharing small spaces with strangers. They're awesome to have on hand, super easy, and make it really accessible, again, to just take a dose or 1 to 2 drops of oil down the hatch. So that's On Guard. Now, I really enjoy putting lemon oil every morning, a drop of lemon oil in my water. This helps support my system, kickstart my metabolism. It helps that cleansing process. And obviously when we're trying to support our immune system, we want to have all that cleansing process happening throughout the day. So lemon gets me started in the morning. It's a citrus oil, it's uplifting. So generally all citrus oils are uplifting. So that also helps my mood, helps me get out of bed with a bit of spark, which isn't the case every day, but it certainly helps. Other immune system support oils that are must-haves are your frankincense. So I take a little concoction of frankincense. Another great one is copaiba, which is another brilliant all-round system support oil. So immune system, nervous system, these two must have. So nervous system meaning helps me stay calm in my farm of when my toddlers are running around, trying to run my business, the day in, day out of life. These guys support me daily. with that, if I do have something, if I do come down with something and feel it start to feel run down, I really I really, really love reaching for oregano, and I add that to On Guard. I rub it on the soles of my feet before I go to bed. I make a bit of a roller. So, you know, I call a bit of a immune support bomb, if you like. And I put lemon, tea tree, frankincense, On Guard, oregano in there. And I can give you some ratios and recipes if you need help with this, but we can make up a roller to basically support ourselves when we do come down with something, and apply that topically a few times a day to get it into the system. So on oregano, brilliant for immune support. It's very strong. It needs to be diluted when you're applying it topically. It's a hot oil, so you want to be really mindful of that. You can dilute it with fractionated coconut oil, which is very safe carrier oil, or any oil that you would eat if you don't happen to have some FCO on hand. All right. Now I want to move on to into, like, in turn with immune support, respiratory system support, and easy air is absolutely a go-to in the snot season, as it's not so affectionately known. So easy air, diffused, brilliant, helps you sleep at night as well, helps open up the airways. I love to use this during my yoga practice. I love to use it at the start to open my airways so that I'm getting deeper breaths. And in the practice of yoga, you know, the breath is such an integral part of the practice. It's really key that we're breathing through the movement, whatever the movement may be, or if we're doing a more restorative practice like yin, restorative, yoga nidra, you know, any of those more introvertive practices. So easy air, brilliant. You can rub just a drop on your palms, big inhale, back of the neck, over the heart, and it's a great one. If you practice hot yoga, you want to have at the side of your mat because it actually kind of really helps turbo boost the airways opening with all that lovely heat and humidity in the room. So easier. Also come in the little drops, and it also comes in this glue stick like looking thing. Gosh, the light is so bad. Yeah. Anyway, you can't really see that, but it says easier on the front of it, and it's like a glue stick. You can rub that on your chest, on your back, soles of feet before you're going to bed at night if you're really struggling with blocked airways. Now, something that's really interesting, obviously we want to support the airways, but our digestive system is also really important in supporting our immune system, our physical health and well-being. So during winter months, we tend to eat foods that are heavier, more warming, more comfort foods, if you like. And sometimes that can make us feel quite heavy, quite lethargic. So Digestion is a brilliant one to help keep everything moving, keep everything cooking away. You can rub it on your belly. You can put a couple of drops in water and take it internally before and after a meal. If you know you're having a meal that kind of is going to be a bit intense or take a while for your digestion to really process, Digestion is a wonderful support in that realm. Another great tip, if you do have blockages, not just in digestion, but you could actually massage your sinuses here with Digestion, and it can help shift everything along. So another great one to have in your kit. So Digestion, another one also is to look at Zendocrine, and it's a detoxification blend. Now you could go on a little program of detoxing there with your lemon and Zendocrine, and you could really look at that from doing a Zendocrine for a week long maybe, and then that once a month. And you might incorporate that with some other dietary changes as well, just to flush everything out and get everything moving again. Really, really good one. So in terms of digestion and yoga poses that help with digestion, bloating, and gas, forward folds, seated twists, legs up the wall is another great one. Generally any pose that kind of massages the internal organs. So if we think, okay, I'm bloated and I'm not feeling great in the guts, forward folding and squashing my organs may not feel so great, but what it actually does is with the breath, with the deep breath, is you're massaging your digestive organs and you're helping get that flow happening again. So deeper belly breaths can also help with that. And generally, you know, you might sit in like a gentle hero pose, which is just sitting kneeling on your shins, and just gently massage the belly clockwise to help shift things. And you might massage that with some digestion. Nice little self-love practice in the evening if you've had a heavy meal. So also, when we think about the body, we think about in winter, we can get quite dry skin and, you know, dry, cracked lips maybe. I know that my hands dry out and sometimes I get quite dry, cracked cuticles, which doesn't feel so great. So all of these little things can compound to make us feel not so great or well within ourselves. So another great support that we can do for our skin is lavender and myrrh. So you can create a beautiful little kind of like a body, you know, a lotion or a high moisturizing cuticle rub with lavender and myrrh. And there it is. There we go. So lavender is a great skin support oil. It's soothing and really, really helps to get in there and calm skin irritations. And myrrh is also another great one to help soothe. Both of these oils are very calming to the nervous system as well. So when you're, you know, using and massaging into the skin cuticles or into your hands, you might make up a beautiful balm with shea butter and beeswax, lavender and myrrh, and use that as a highly moisturizing, like a cuticle balm. There's actually a recipe that I could pop in the comments down the track if anyone's interested in that. And feel free, guys, to ask questions along the way and make comments here if you're on live with me. That would be awesome. We're going to have a little bit of space for comments, for questions at the end too. But yeah, shout out, jump in there. Let me know if any of this is resonating for you, or if there's some practices that you do as well that you might want to join in with. It's like our Alpine Oils gatherings. When we gather in person, we love sharing ideas and tips and concepts and recipes and different ways that we use oils, and not just oils, but also just wonderful practices in our daily life to help support us. So getting back to skin, a really great practice from the Ayurveda, the sister science of yoga, is dry brushing. Now, you can do dry brushing to stimulate the skin in the morning, stimulate the nerve endings. It helps get rid of dead skin, and it helps our detoxification process. Dry brushing is another great one, and you could do dry brushing in the morning, or say before a yoga practice, before your exercise practice, and then you might want to rub on something like an aromatic dressing that will really soak in then to the invigorated skin. So something like you could have a base lotion, and then you might add lavender, frankincense, and sandalwood to make a really beautiful, you know, nourishing skin lotion. Also very calming as well. Or you might go for something that's a little bit more uplifting and really kind of self-love supporting, like bergamot and grapefruit, and getting into some of those beautiful citrus oils that are really invigorating and uplifting and help make us feel amazing. You can add things like blue tansy to your face lotion. So if you have a daily routine, you can add blue tansy to the face lotion, or yarrow pom, both amazing for supporting skin and, you know, really helping those lifelines along their journey in whatever way and shape or form they want to take. And in terms of this action of aromatic dressing, it's really simple. Getting yourself a gorgeous little bowl and popping your oils in there with some fractionated coconut oil. You might make up a blend, special blend for the day or a blend for an intention, and just literally lather yourself after you shower. And it's such a beautiful little mini pamper. It's easy to do, and yeah, really nice way to give back to ourselves, especially during winter when things are a little kind of, you know, can be a bit grey outside. Pam, what sort of brush should I use if I never dry brushed before? And are there special brushes? Yes, Tam, there are special brushes you can get. And I might pop some links in the comments at the end of the session. Generally, you want a wooden brush with some natural fiber hairs. So you don't want it too coarse because you don't want it kind of really digging into the skin. But you don't want it too soft that it's actually kind of not really removing the dead skin, and the dead skin, you know, for lack of a better term, debris. Yeah, there are a couple of different types that you can buy out there. Generally a fairly large brush, and we start at the feet and we brush towards our heart. So we really want to kind of, you know, you make this beautiful routine of it. And yeah, you want a brush that's going to have a decent enough bristle that's going to move what it needs to move, but not gouge your skin off. We don't want to scour ourselves, so to speak. All right. Hi, Laura. Hi, Lee. Nice to see you here. Okay, so getting back to all of these layers of ourselves. So obviously in the physical realm, yoga practices, getting ourselves moving. So a vinyasa practice is wonderful. It helps supports all systems of the body, but certainly gets our energy flowing. So when we can feel a bit stagnant in winter and a bit flat, a bit more dynamic movement can really help shift that kind of blah feeling that can hang about. Now, in relation to that, on the flip side, if you're feeling like you're just kind of go, 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 oh, Sally's here too. Hi, Sally. Hi, Emma. If you're feeling like you're just go, 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 something like a yin practice, which is all done on the floor, long holds, deep breathing, or a restorative yoga practice, which is fully supported on the ground, loads of props. You're just kind of hanging out in a cloud of props. This is something that we, I think as a society, generally, globally, the world could benefit so much from practicing these more slow, introverted, really kind of nourishing practices that really recharge our batteries quite significantly. So yeah, have a think about that. You know, if you're a doer, if you're a goer, you're constantly on the go, and you tend to want to go for more active practices, try and challenge yourself and try a slower practice that kind of puts you in a position where you have to stop. That's often sometimes what we really need is just to stop. So in that, coming to sleep. Now, how important is sleep? Being the mother of 2 toddlers who are not sleeping very well at the moment, sleep is really important. So one of the things that I use, one of the oils that I use is called lavender peace. Oh my God, this stuff is divine. Can I get a hell yeah? It just slows the cogs. So every night I put this on my pulse points, back of my neck, over my heart. You can put this in your aromatic dressing bowl before you go to bed. Give yourself a little bit of a yummy rub down before you slide between the sheets, or someone else could do that for you. Hey, why not? Lavender peace. Beautiful, beautiful supportive oil for a long, restful sleep. So even if your sleep is broken, the sleep that I do get can be more restful. It can be this really deep, recharging sleep. When you want to take that up a whole notch, and I actually use this for my little girls as well, heavily diluted for my babies. And if you need more information about dilution ratios, I can pop that in as well. But using lavender vetiver, which is this really earthy kind of very, very earthy oil. Smells pretty strong, comes out very slow. So don't be in a rush to get this on someone like a crying baby. And cedarwood, lavender, cedarwood. So what I do is I pre-make these up in a roller ball for when my babies need extra support to sleep. Cedarwood, super earthy, woody. These are really, really calming and grounding oils. So they will help you have a really very good quality restful sleep. All right. Now, also help you sleep, the easy air diffused is brilliant. It helps some of those, how do you say, nasally challenged among us. Some people, friend of mine, hi Tam, call it the snore tamer. Yes. And just, you know, for me, I diffuse it in our bedroom, but also in the girls' bedroom as well overnight, because I just trust in the fact that it's supporting their respiratory system while they're sleeping, so they're going to get a more restful sleep as well. So that is really key. And in terms of yoga, okay, if you're really sleep challenged, deprived, thirsty, there's a practice called yoga nidra. And yoga nidra is essentially loosely translated or known as yogic sleep. So you can get apps for yoga nidra and lie yourself down. You could stick your feet up on the couch or legs up the wall and do yoga nidra. So legs up the wall in Viparita Karani in a beautifully restorative yoga pose. Or you can just lie down on the floor, push yourself up, put a blanket on, and do like a 5-10 minute yoga nidra, guided, you know, headphones on, whatever. I can't remember exactly the ratios, but it's something like, you know, 20 minutes of yoga nidra is equivalent to 4 hours of sleep. So if you're in between spaces and you need to just recharge the batteries, yoga nidra can be really powerful for you in that space and very supportive. And that brings us to nearly half an hour, and I wanted to make a bit of space for some questions. We've got some questions. The other one I want to quickly touch on is obviously our mental, emotional layer. So some practices that are great: journaling, yoga, meditation. 3 that I find really powerful and I try to do every day in some capacity. And I find using oils to help me settle into meditation, and then journaling after the meditation is very powerful. A gratitude journal every day, 3 things that you're grateful for, very powerful practice. And then obviously using oils that can support you through that. So, you know, if there's something coming up in journaling, you can look to the emotional support of different oils to help work with an affirmation, help work with an intention you're setting for yourself, help work with a bigger picture goal. You know, they're really powerful in that space. And again, just another beautiful natural tool that we can gift ourselves on this journey that is not often that smooth. There are bumps, plenty of them. That's what makes part of this human experience, right? What we're here for. So I'm going to just quickly scroll through my questions here. If anyone has any questions that I you would like answered or touched on, can you please pop them in the comment section? And I'm just going to scroll down, see what we've got here. Yes, Joe, I would love to share that cuticle cream recipe with you. So the beautifully moisturizing cuticle cream recipe. Very easy to make too. Doesn't take very long. And it's you can also use it for a lip balm as well. You can double it up. And lavender piece is amazing. Yes, it is. Buffalo tamer, yes. Get your diffusers going at night, people. Okay. If there's no other questions for now, or any other comments or anything else anyone would like to share, I'd just like to thank you all for joining me live. I really enjoy this platform, actually. Oh, hi, Brett. How you doing? I could send you some tips on some different oils to support different things. And if you have any if you want to have a one-on-one conversation about what's going on with you personally, and not so much on a public platform, but I can send you some information. We can set up a wellness consult, or we can even do yoga privates over Zoom. So I can't quite be there to do, some hands-on adjustments and things like that for poses that might need some, you just have to listen to my cues, as I tell you. If you're, struggling with something, but yoga privates are a great way for us to connect and share not just one practice, but a myriad of tools that yoga offers. So you can contact me about that. I'll pop a link also in the comment section about that, where you can book through my website for doTERRA wellness consults, yoga privates, and of course you can just contact me individually if you need more information about anything I've chatted about today or anything else you would like to know that I might be able to help you with. If you're not in possession of some of these oils, please contact me, because there are a number of different ways that you can get them, and I'd love to walk you through that, either in person if you're local, which would be awesome. We can catch up for a cuppa, or you can we can do it online via a Zoom or a private chat or whatever you like, because they really are incredible to have in your life. What an amazing way to support yourself naturally and your whole family, and and become a part of your daily life. That then means that you are taking control of your own wellness journey, rather than kind of looking for band-aids when the problems arise. All right, I'm just going to check one last little scroll. Oh, great. Thanks, Carol. You're enjoying the evening online version of our meetings. Doesn't smell as good, although it smells pretty good at this end. But yeah, it's good when it's cold nights and we can do this. We can do this online. Emma, you're so welcome. Anytime. It's my pleasure to share what I know. Especially when it can help someone in some way, shape, or form. Brett, fix my hip. There's an oil for that. Well, once you get a new hip, there are oils that can help you through that recovery process as well. There is pre and post-surgery stuff that we can do, and definitely there's yoga stuff that you could do as well that would help. But yes, we could look to find some oils that could support you there. Joe's enjoying the online meeting on these cold nights. Yes. So I'm based in Northeast Victoria, and it's very chilly out there tonight and very dark, obviously, in the depths of winter. So this is kind of a nice platform to work with. Brett says no yoga. Oh, come on. Once you get your new hip, you'll have your leg up around the back of your head in no time. Yoga's only good for people who, you know, aren't human. Brett, shush, Carol. Is Yarrow Pom coming to the Australian New Zealand site, Joe? Yes, it is. Now, I did hear a rumor that Yarrow Pom was coming, I thought it was mid-July, maybe late July. I'm going to look into that one. But yes, Yarrow Pom is coming, so very excited about that. Yarrow Pom is a really amazing oil, and it comes actually in a larger bottle with a special dropper, and so it's been designed that way so that you can take it in all three ways: aromatically, topically, internally. And the yarrow is supported in a carrier oil, so they've put yarrow and pomegranate together to create this synergistic blend, which is incredible for your skin, incredible for immune system support, cellular health. It supports us in a bunch of different ways. So yes, very exciting that that's coming to Australia. Brett will chat. Cool. Yes, see you up at the snow, Brett. We're all off for a skiing holiday next week, so I'm very excited about that. By the way, for those of you who are super duper active peeps, I live in a mountain, surrounded by mountains, a valley surrounded by mountains, and there's lots of skiers and runners and trail runners, hikers, mountain bikers. You're getting out and about. This stuff is the bee's knees for your knees. Brett, get some of this, put it on your hip. And it comes in it comes in an oil blend, and it comes in a rub, a muscle and joint support, ice blue. It's brilliant. And this, Brett, this is a great one for you, and I will bring some to the snow with me so you can give it a try. All right, thank you so much, everyone. It's been wonderful to share with you all, and thank you so much for your presence. And any other questions, you can pop them in the comments, and like I said, just contact me if you need anything else. If you've got your oils and you've got an oil and you're not sure what to do with it, give me a shout. Last thing we want is that you've invested in these and they're sitting in a cupboard and you're not getting the benefits out of them. If you don't have your oils, please let me know, and I would love to help you out. If you're curious about yoga, also give me a shout. And let's have a brilliant day, brilliant evening this evening, and enjoy the rest of your winter. And I hope that you found this really beneficial. Okay. Love and light. I will see you soon. Take care.